I remember watching anesthesia videos with Dr. Chaitanya. He has covered the entire subject filled with fun facts here and there, and I enjoyed watching them so much that I binge watched entire anesthesia in a week. So my approach to whenever I came across a challenge, be it form of hectic internship or any untoward incident or any other thing, my motto used to be just keep going and just take it one day at a time. Keep the balance during the preparation, because every day is not the same. There will be some days when you are feeling very much positive and you may give in more number of hours, but it is those days when you are not feeling that much great. Even if you put little bit of effort, solve a little bit of a few questions, or even give a mini test that day, that makes up your day and you would not regret wasting that day.
Hi Vaibhav, how are you?
Sir, I'm fine, sir. The feeling of getting such a great result is finally getting to sink in. And I'm extremely sorry. Yesterday we could not continue with our conversation because of the bad internet connection. I really was very much eager to continue it, but the internet connection was so poor that I thought it would be better to return back to my home and then continue with it.
Yes. I mean, but I was still lucky to catch a glimpse of you on WhatsApp. I mean, on your father's phone. It was so nice seeing the vibe that was around you with so much positivity and excitement. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you on behalf of everyone, man, dude, awesome. You have nailed it. You have appeared for probably the toughest NEET-PG exam and got the first rank. Congratulations from the bottom of our heart, from the whole Marrow team and everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav and I'm from GMCS Chandigarh, and I have secured All India Rank 1 in NEET-PG 2024. My seniors recommended that Marrow is a very useful resource in the coming years with all the clinical subjects coming up. It required a broader conceptual knowledge, so I trusted Marrow and went ahead with it. I started using Marrow with edition 5, and its very theme was very close to my heart. It was put your heart into it, and whenever I used to study any subject, watch videos of any subject using Marrow, I used to put all my heart into it and tried to learn it conceptually as well as enjoyed learning it. So initially I started my preparation for the entrance examination by solving the question banks, as I had finished those subjects from the textbooks and I wanted to see what pattern of questions are asked in future and in entrance examinations. So in the later half of the second year and early third year, I solved the question banks of the second year subjects, and then I started watching the videos from third year itself. And in third year I watched almost half of the videos of final year and all the videos of the third year. Remaining final year videos I watched in final year itself. And I started giving grand tests from the beginning of my final year and then continued giving it during the internship at a regular interval, which I also feel is very essential. A regular practice of grand tests is a crucial element in preparation because ultimately it is an MCQ based exam, so MCQ solving skills are an integral component of it. My favorite subjects which from Marrow were surgery and obstetrics and gynecology. I really enjoyed watching Sakshi ma'am's videos and Rohan sir videos. Rohan sir videos included his images which he has clicked, and these were so beautiful to watch, and that kept my interest in the subject and in learning from him ongoing. And his way of teaching and clarifying the minutest details is very much amazing. And Sakshi ma'am also has put in so much efforts in making models and doll dummy representations, and all the mechanisms labor have been explained so beautifully. Even if I have watched it once, all of it has gone into my brain, and I have conceptually understood that topic, so it has remained with me for a very long period of time. And also I loved Manisha ma'am's style of teaching ENT, and the way she asks, it's like attending a live class, and with she sitting in front of us, she's asking again and again. Her way of teaching is really amazing. So from the third year, I started with watching the videos of final year subjects, and my strategy used to be, first I used to watch the video lecture, and then I used to go to the standard textbook and all the text which I could find related to it, and then I used to solve the question bank to re-inculcate whatever facts and whatever concepts I was learning through the video. I use a mixed approach for making notes. Like for surgery, I have made all of the handwritten notes for all the chapters, and for few subjects and for the other subjects, I used the printed notes as per the availability of time with me. So it is both approaches are good according to the time, how much time you have. From the very beginning of the second year, or I would say in the later half of the second year, I just came across the videos of previous year toppers, like from previous batches, and I had seen what strategies they had followed in their MBBS and during the preparation. So after watching like a few videos, I learned that there's a different strategy for every person, and it's not like one pathway would lead to success and other would not. So it has to be one's own strategy. So I tried to inculcate in my preparation the good points and the helpful things which I could relate to myself, and tried going on the same path and devise one for myself. This time the NEET-PG pattern was like different from last year's. There were 5 sets of 40 questions and 42 minutes. So throughout the examination, one had to be on their toes, and the speed had to be appropriate from the very first minute of the examination. So I tackled this pattern by going one question at a time and giving appropriate time to each question in trying to rule out all the options which were wrong and trying to reach towards the best possible answer in that question. So I tried to finish my first going through the questions in around 32 to 35 minutes, and remaining time I used for reviewing the questions which I had skipped and the questions which I had marked for review. I had practiced with a similar strategy in my mind by giving the mock tests. Most of the grand tests I used to give in my college library, where there was a computer zone where myself and many of my friends used to give grand tests together, which actually helped me to simulate the real examination environment so many times, because sitting besides other people and solving grand tests, and to learn how to avoid every possible kind of distraction while giving the examination is definitely an art. And rather than facing it for the first time in the actual examination, if you have already come across it many times before, it is definitely I feel it was very much helpful for me. So the practicing the grand tests also help a lot in the actual examination. While attempting a grand test, I used to come across any tough question or any question which I have not heard of. I used to skip them in the first go, and if later something strikes my mind, or if I am able to rule out the options, then I used to attempt the question. And similar strategy also helped me, I think, in the real examination, where I skipped 6 to 7 questions in my first read, and then ultimately it came down to leaving a one or no question in a set. So that time, when you have the freedom of the time with you after solving rest of the questions which you are comfortable with, which you have learned in depth, and you have sound knowledge of the topics, first one should focus on getting those questions right, and then rest of the questions one can handle based on best possible guess. So I used to enjoy solving grand tests a lot. Like, it used to be my favorite learning tool, and whenever I was not able to think what to study, or I was bored, I used to resort to giving a grand test. Like, sometimes I've literally given 3 grand tests consecutively 3 days. So like I used to enjoy giving them a lot. I think giving grand tests on a regular basis is also very essential in preparation, because it keeps up with the MCQ solving skills in a time bound manner, which is also very much essential in any examination. The explanations of the questions in Qbank and in grand tests are so much amazing. They cover that topic whole around the depth, and ruling out all the options and giving explanation to each and every option, and the pearls attached are also like it covers that whole topic in all possible depths which one can remember and possibly reproduce in the actual day of examination. I remember one instance when I gave a grand test in August last year, and it was the best rank I got in a Marrow grand test, like in the top 10. And I remember entirety of that week I had night shifts, and then after doing a night duty I woke up and gave the grand test from like in the evening. So, and getting a single digit rank at that time really boosted my confidence that yes, I can do it if I keep up with this consistency, even if the shifts are hard, even if there are hectic duties continuously. If I keep on with the consistency. If I solve questions on a regular basis, give grant tests regularly, and do a little bit each day, and it would ultimately be definitely be beneficial for me. In this NEET PG, I felt it was way more conceptual and more in depth of the concepts and facts also. So it is very much essential to build a broad and strong base foundation in the early years of MBBS, either through standard textbooks or an intermixture of books with videos. So ultimately, one's motto should be to clarify the concept so those one person can retain for a longer period of time. And definitely in the last few weeks, last few months, like last 1 month or 3 months, one cannot go back to the concepts, and one cannot go back to the textbooks or the even the main notes. So at that point, if one's concepts are strong from the very early phase, it definitely helps a lot, and it definitely gives you an edge over others. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my parents, my grandparents, all the friends which I have, my seniors, juniors who always believed in me. My parents were always the backbone whenever I was feeling low, whenever I was not in the correct state of mind. I always knew I had the back of my parents, and they're always there to support me. Whenever there was anything which was not in my hands, I knew that I had nothing to fear because my parents were always there behind me to support me, and with their blessings today, I have achieved this success.
I'm feeling very proud of him. He has really worked hard. May God bless him.
Yes, I am also very happy for his grand success. I am very happy. I am proud of my son, Vaibhav Garg.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Basali, your orthopedics faculty with Marrow, and it gives me immense pleasure and honor to introduce you rank 1 of NEET-PG 2024, Dr. Vaibhav, who's not only rank 1 in the toughest exam in the NEET-PG history, but also probably the longest exam. Hi Vaibhav, congratulations. How do you feel?
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor to be interviewed by you, and I would like to express my gratitude towards all the members of the Marrow team for all the hard work, for all the beautiful videos they have put out there. It really feels amazing to be a Marrow user.
So Vaibhav, I mean, everybody says कि notes important, है ना? It helps us revise, to concise everything in one place so that you can quickly revise them again and again before the exam. What was your strategy for making notes? आपके अपने खुद के notes लिखे हुए थे? Did you take the printed notes? Because Marrow के app में भी अपने digital notes होते हैं. What did you use? आपने क्या use किया?
Sir, I followed a mixed strategy for the note making. Whenever I had more amount of time, I used to make my own notes, and for few subjects, I have referred to the printed notes. Like I have made my own notes for pharmacology, pathology, surgery, and for obstetrics, gynecology, and other minor subjects, I have used the printed notes.
अच्छा, so printed notes, have you underlined them separately, differently, or color coding कुछ किया था आपको, which will help you access revisions easily?
Sir, I did color code it, but ultimately the color code got mixed up. And but yeah, whenever I used to highlight the previous topics using a different highlighter towards the end.
Okay. So what about adding information from the question bank to the notes? Did you do that?
Sir, I used to be very selective in adding information because, like, if I added everything which I found new, it would become very much bulky. So only if
textbook ही बन जाएगी ना?
Yes, sir. So I added only the facts which were like very much highly catchy, or I would find to be very much conceptual, which was not which I had not come across yet. So I remember I think I added a question which directly came in this NEET-PG from a Qbank or something, like the multiple myeloma and bortezomib question. I remember having solved it somewhere and having added it to my notes. I was literally, it just came back to me in the real exam.
So that's the takeaway here. The point is not to add everything to the notes, because at the end of the day, if you add everything to the notes, then it will become the original source. The point of making notes is to make everything concise so you can quickly access them before your exam for quick revisions. Okay. But what about tests? Na? A lot of students are afraid of taking tests because they feel कि अगर टेस्ट में स्कोर कम आएगा तो उनकी प्रिपरेशन की कॉन्फिडेंस कम हो जाएगी. आपकी ग्रैंड टेस्ट को लेकर स्ट्रैटेजी क्या थी? Did you write grand test और आपने स्टार्ट कब किया था ग्रैंड टेस्ट लेना?
Sir, the grand test used to be my favorite source of study. Like I literally loved giving grand test, and whenever I was getting bored and had nothing else which I could figure out, I used to just give a grand test that day. So I started giving grant tests in my final year. In the beginning of final year, when my third year ended, I started writing grant tests, and then I wrote 3-4 grant tests in my final year, and I sincerely started giving grant tests since the beginning of my internship. Initially, I used to give it them at a like lower frequency, once in every 15 to 20 days, and then I shifted gradually towards once in 10 days, and towards the last 3-4 months I gave it once in every 5 days to 7 days.
Did you give the Marrow mock exam that was available for everyone for free?
Yes, sir. In the I give all the Marrow mock tests which came live, even the June one and the
So
July
what
one.
was your rank in the mock? What was your rank in the mock exams?
Sir, in the mock test which was held in June, I got a rank 27, I think, and in the one which was held in July, I got 40.
So very close to your rank, top among the top people, because a lot of people write these mock exams, so it's kind of reflection of what you would actually get. Now, Vaibhav, the Marrow has this special, unique feature called custom modules, which helps you access areas which you are weak in and strengthen your areas. So, did you use custom modules, to improve your scores?
Yes, sir. Whenever I was doing internship duty and there was a relatively free period when I had nothing to do, I used to just quickly made a short custom module and just solve it. And because it was like mini test which you can solve quickly and review it there and then, and there was no pending work to do after that.
So, what about revision videos? There is this amazing revision videos that teachers have crafted after the regular videos, which has crisp information, precise for the exams, covering all the previous year questions and topics. How did you use revision videos and the Delta MCQ discussion videos to leverage your score?
Sir, I used for the major subjects, like I towards the end of the preparation, because of the regular postponements, I could not plan it very effectively. But yes, for the major subjects like surgery, obstetrics, gynecology, and even for third year subjects like ENT and ophthalmology, I did use the revision video notes because I had seen from the main videos earlier and I knew what all was covered. So I directly went to the notes for these subjects.
So you found going through the notes was actually saving you more time rather than investing it again in the videos.
Yes, but definitely towards the end, once you can see towards the beginning of the preparation, but towards the end, I just used to go through the notes.
Acha, now that you have cracked this exam and you've secured first rank, do you have any advice that you would want to give your juniors who are going to watch this for inspiration? A few pointers that you found that you did not know in the beginning, and if you had known कि आप और अच्छा कर सकते थे, तो ऐसे कोई चीजें हैं आप अपनी juniors को बोलना चाहेंगे?
Sir, one thing I would like to tell all of them is that they should not attach themselves too much emotionally to an exam and not make it life or death like of a thing. It's just an exam, like from one prof to another prof. We used to give professional examinations, theory, practicals, and then move on to the next prof. So it is just an exam which is a transit from MBBS to the post graduation. So it's just a transit, a phase of life. So don't attach yourself too much emotionally to this exam, and just it's very much essential to put your heart into it, put your heart, give your best in the preparation, but don't get emotionally attached that if it does not go well, you take it to the other side of the actual
And also taking inspiration from your strategy itself. Starting out early is key for
Definitely.
you because you've started out early. That is the reason you could finish regular videos of all the subjects. You could finish the question bank. You could give enough time to the grant test and mock exams. And wherever you found time, you stuck on doing to custom modules. So you utilized your time well. Right? Starting early is one other inspiration that people watching this should take from Vaibhav. And a lot of toppers we have been interviewing. The common thing that we have noticed is that all of them have started early and all of them have been very consistent with the videos. They have watched the videos, they have either taken the written notes, pre-written notes, or they have written the notes themselves. And they have made sure that they add the information only relevant to the exam in those books without making them massive. Uh, Anything
Yes.
else that you would want to add here before we close this discussion, Vaibhav?
Also, sir, I would like to say that consistency is also very important. Throughout the period of preparation, there will be ups and downs. There will be some days when you are overcharged and you will break all the records which you have studied so far, and there will some days you will struggle to even open the book. So it is important to focus on those days when you're not when you don't feel like doing anything, just solve a few questions, give a custom module, solve a mini test, and just keep up with the preparation. Just keep the momentum going throughout the preparation. Even single MCQ solved here and there, everything ultimately culminates, and it may add up to your knowledge ultimately towards the real exam, because ultimately exam can be of any level, it can be of any pattern, and the questions might be tricky, the image can come from anywhere. And so all of this, managing all of this would only possible if you are totally up to the preparation level and you enjoy solving the questions. It's very important to enjoy the art of solving questions and make it your friend rather than fearing it and not giving tests.
Yeah.
It is important to enjoy giving tests and
This point I love about it. This point I loved about your strategy, where you said you enjoyed giving grand tests. So questions never scared you. Face as many questions as possible. The more you face, the more the fear goes away, and it feels just like any other random thing that you're doing in life. Don't be hesitant and keep the ball moving. As long as the ball is moving in the direction, eventually you will reach there. Yeah, वो बहुत बड़ी बात है. Even if you do one question one day, that is one question more than not doing anything. Na? And not be afraid of the questions. Practice as many questions as possible. Dr. Vaibhav, your insights have been incredibly valuable. I mean, not only for the people who will watch this and learn, for me also. Thank you for sharing your journey with us and how Marrow played a pivotal role in your success. For those of you who are watching and couldn't find your success, remember that with the right resources, and sticking to the fundamentals, like Vaibhav has said, and doing things consistently, whether small or large, doesn't matter. If you keep on doing it, eventually you will reach your target. Thank you once again, Dr. Vaibhav. एक last question पूछता हूँ आपसे. Which specialty are you planning to take in the future?
Sir, I'm planning to take upon medicine, most likely. But I will also give a thought to others once, like the results have come just now. So I would venture more about what other specialties have to offer. But most likely it would be medicine.
I'm sure you will do amazing in whatever specialty you choose. I wish you all the best on behalf of everyone watching and behalf of the Marrow team. All the best and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, sir.